Hello, everybody. Welcome to Same Spirit Gaming. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're going to have a look-see at this game called When the Past Was Around. I have played this before. I have a general sense of what's going on with it. Jordan probably does not.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is, but sometimes that's good.
But let's just say there's kind of a love story plot throughout it, so we're slightly after Valentine's Day, but I thought it was close enough that this would be kind of a relevant game choice.
Yeah, for sure.
My
the passage I picked for today is like
totally not gonna line up.
I mean, in a way it lines up, you'll see.
Okay. Gonna be talking about the love of God, aren't we?
No.
So, this is, I guess, what's called a point-and-click kind of game. Most of these types originally come out on PC, but you basically just gotta, like, select certain things to interact with them, and hopefully you do them in the right order to progress the story. So we have a woman and a shadowy figure seemingly holding something.
A violin?
That's what it looks like, anyway.
What it looks like to me. Ah, she likes the shadowy figure. Okay.
Oh, there's a key under the rug. And another key.
My wife is always complaining about how our dog is right behind her, and so she calls the dog her shadow. Because he's literally like, every time my wife's doing something, the dog's right behind her. She turns around and like almost trips over him every time. Just the shadowy guy made me think of that.
Okay, so I've opened a couple of drawers here.
Yeah.
This picture seems like it's missing a piece. We'll probably have to find that somewhere around here. Let's see what's in this box, if anything. Seemingly nothing, okay. Probably take the box cutter to this one, and we got a feather?
Okay. That is definitely a violin. Or a fiddle. I don't necessarily know all the
Some other type of
but...
stringed instrument. I guess maybe I'm moving through this a little too quickly.
Oh, really?
Because I was going to take note of something about the keys, because, like, the one key was, you know, it seemed to show, like, a human woman's face. The other key had an owl.
Okay.
Or at least an owl's face.
Interesting.
Alright. Got some sort of a tool there.
Yeah, it must be a little bit awkward doing this on an Xbox controller with the pointer.
Okay, we have numbers. Probably going to need to remember those. 1434641.
1434641.
Okay, that's clearly missing some pieces. So, if you couldn't tell from the first room, it is entirely possible to not necessarily do everything in a given room and still continue the game. Anyway, I don't know if this is like something where I need to tap on these. Because...
yeah,
okay.
that was the code.
Unless the actual code is going to be based on these numbers here, so it's going to be like square, star, leaf, star, circle, star, square.
I see.
But I don't know. I have not played this in quite a while, so I do not remember all the solutions to things. Looks like we need a key to open that.
So her husband or boyfriend is not around anymore, I assume, for some reason.
Spoiler alert, question mark?
That's just my guess. I've never seen this before, so I don't know if it's a spoiler. It's just my guess. Otherwise, why would it be a shadowy figure and its picture be ripped? Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah. So, what?
3, 4, 6, 4, 1. I've always been good at remembering numbers. I don't know why. Like, as a kid, my dad would be like, I have to remember this code. And then, like, weeks later, I'd still remember it. He'd be like, how do you remember that?
Oh, I just realized. This thing can totally go here. But I guess I still need a key for it. Perhaps we will find the key in this. Well, I'm still missing a piece, though.
Yeah. This is very music-centered, it seems like. Focused. I like it. I don't know what it sounds like, so I can't hear it, but it looks cool.
Yeah, let's just say the music that's playing in the background kind of gives off, like, cozy vibes.
Okay.
Do I need to... Okay, it's showing an owl next to some music there. Do I need to do something with this and the owl? Or maybe the piano and the owl? No. At least it makes it really obvious when something goes in a certain spot.
Yeah.
But I'm not totally sure what to do at the moment. Because, like... I seem to need a key for the music box, or whatever that is. But I don't know where to get that key, or how. Or do I need to just... No? Okay.
Weird. You need a key!
I mean, like, if I really, really get stuck, there is... I mean, it does kind of show in the top right that I could, like, press Y to...
Give a hint.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Just randomly interacted with this drum here, and it dropped a key. By the way, the drums do actually, like, make noise when you select them.
That's awesome. Is she the drummer?
Maybe. Okay, so maybe now the owl goes in here. Yeah, okay. There's the last little piece that we need for this. What would you call that? Is that an armoire? Is that what...
Treble. Oh, yeah, the armoire. Symbol's a treble.
Yeah, I was talking about the furniture, not the musical symbol.
Armoire. What is that? Oh.
The loved one literally has an owl head.
Okay, that was unexpected. Owl husband. Kidding.
But still arms and legs of human.
Yeah. It was very unexpected.
Well, yeah, I think this game is pretty much gonna come down to just a lot of moving things around, checking it all out, seeing what happens, and
Okay.
not a whole lot of, cutscene type situations.
Yeah. So, I guess, should I get into the passage of the day?
I was pretty much trying to say that you can.
Okay, I kind of decided, like, I'm not going to do the first one that I picked out because the first one I picked out is about, like, affairs. Because that's been, like, I'm not going to get into specifics because it'll be old news by this time, but it's been talked about a lot recently. But if this is, like, supposed to be our Valentine's Day episode, it's not the best. So I'll do the second one that I was going to talk. So, okay. Basically, the context is that Jesus is teaching in the temple, and he's talking about, like, who his people are and who recognizes him, and the Jews are saying, like, hey, we're Abraham's descendants, and, like, he's our father. And then Jesus is saying, yeah, but, like, God the Father should be your father, and God the Father is my father. And they're just, like, holding to, no, Abraham's our father, we're doing what is right by him. And then Jesus is saying, like, well, if you were doing what Abraham would do, you would honor me because that would honor the Father, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, yeah, I guess that's kind of the context, and then it gets into this, which is John 8:42 through 47. Jesus said to them, "If God were your Father, you would love me, for I have come here from God. I have not come on my own. God sent me. Why is my language not clear to you? Because you are unable to hear what I say. You belong to the father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Yet because I tell the truth, you do not believe me. Can any of you prove me guilty of sin? If I am telling the truth, why don't you believe me? Whoever belongs to God hears what God says. The reason you do not hear is that you do not belong to God." And I have heard this passage used to kind of describe deterministic arguments, like, okay, so he's saying the reason you do not hear is that you do not belong to God, so everyone's chosen already, and if you weren't chosen, well, then too bad, you're a child of Satan, basically, like, here's God's people, here's everyone else, it's done. Free will, basically, you don't have free will, that kind of thing. But I would argue that, like, what he's saying is all of these people are living in sin, and if you're living in sin, you're basically acting like a child of the devil. And earlier in this passage, part of what I didn't read, he said that he sets people free from sin. yeah, like sorry, I'm trying to find it. You judge by human standards. I pass judgment on no one, but if I do judge, my decisions are true because I'm not alone. I stand with my Father. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. But anyway, there's many parts in the New Testament where he says, I set people free because I set people free from their sin. And, he also says that God wants all to come to him. And so that's basically an argument against that deterministic viewpoint where, like, okay, if God can choose people and he wants everyone to come, well, then he would choose everyone. But that's not the case. And so, anyway, I feel like he's just saying, like, you keep acting like this, so you belong to the devil. And he already knows, like, he knows the future, and he knows these Jewish, like the Pharisees and all that are not going to be convinced. So they're pretty much screwed. Not all of them. Actually, it does say in this passage also that some of the Jewish people that were listening did hear him and did believe him. So it wasn't even everyone there. But anyway, aside from all of that, another interesting thing was that when he talks about the devil, he says, when he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. Is this like a cutscene I should stop for?
Sort of.
Okay, I'll wait a second.
Just a little bit more, it's almost like a storyboard I get from this. Although, is there a certain order that I gotta pick these in? I think they're just...
Okay. Oh, she's moving. Yeah. As you grab them. I mean, basically all I wanted to say was, you look around at the world, and all of these people out there are trying to justify their sins. And the way you justify your sins is by lying to others and lying to yourself by saying, no, what I'm doing is okay because XYZ. And that's literally the devil, speaking his native language basically to you, like convincing you and tempting you and making you feel like this sin is okay, which is a lie. It is not okay. And so I just feel like there's so much in that one sentence. These people are belonging to the devil. They're lying. They're speaking his language. Therefore, they're children of the devil, basically.
Yeah.
They're agents for him.
And that also means that also means that, like, anything Satan tries to tell us is a lie. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Shoot, going all the way back to the Garden of Eden, it's nothing but deception.
Yeah, that's true. That's really that was a good point. Yeah. And sometimes it's half truths, and sometimes it's lying by omission. Oh my gosh! Wait a second. Did the owl guy die? I was right about it. Dang. That's really sad.
Maybe not necessarily in that moment, but I do think the implication is yes.
Man, I don't know what I would do if my wife died. Like, I would be a wreck. Like, I love my wife, and so it's just like, that would be awful. Yeah, we've talked a lot about the free will aspect. I feel like that would be beating a dead horse to focus on that. So I really wanted to focus on the justification. Like, I find myself because I'm human and I get tempted, I find myself like justifying, or almost, because like of course, the best thing to do, at least for me, when I'm being tempted, is to just pray and like ask for help, basically, like ask the Holy Spirit, like to help me through this. That's what I turn to if I'm feeling like I'm being tempted. But my human brain is like trying to justify, like, no, it's okay because, da 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 da, or, at least I'm not doing this thing that's worse. So actually it's okay because this would be way worse if I was doing that. Or, something like that. But I know deep down that ultimately it's not right. And so I just pray. All I can do is pray, and that helps me get through it. Oh no! She's upset. Is she trying to learn it and she couldn't?
I think it's something like that. Or at least, getting frustrated that she didn't play it right. Got ourselves a good old box cutter again. Yeah, so to continue sort of on a point that you had about the Bible passage, like,
yeah,
another way that people will try to convince themselves that something is okay is that they'll try and they'll take, a Bible passage that people mention when saying something is sinful, and rather than taking it as that, the person who still wants to keep doing the thing will instead kind of try to look at it more like, well, is that actually what it says? Or like,
yeah.
Was there a certain context here that makes it mean something different, or not really apply so much to our current situation, or all sorts of things like that.
That does happen a lot. Yeah.
And I mean, not that it's bad to question, because there's definitely, there are a lot of assumptions that people make about certain Bible passages and what they mean that are not entirely accurate.
Right, yeah.
Or even things that happen, like, case in point, there's not necessarily even a mention of, Mary riding a donkey in the story of Jesus' birth.
Really? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure that it's not actually there.
Huh. I really thought about it.
Or definitely a misconception is that there were 3 wise men.
Yeah.
That's an assumption based on the number of gifts that they brought, but it never actually says there were 3 wise men.
Jeez, and look at all the nativity things you can buy. All of them have 3 wise men.
What am I supposed to use this tape for?
The one that always, like, the one that's really starting to irritate me is, and I've brought it up like 3 times, and I'm sorry, it just bothers me over and over again, is people saying money is the root of all evil. Everybody says that over and over. Like, I hear politicians say it, I hear like podcasters say it, and it's like, that is such a misquote. And not only is it a misquote, you're like skewing the meaning. Like, that is not even what it says. It says the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil things, which is completely different than money is the root of all evil. Like, it's saying your love of money is the root of all kinds of evil things, meaning different kinds of things. It doesn't mean all evil. It's like, it's just irritating me so much because I hear that over and over and over. It's a mischaracterization.
Yeah.
And it's used to condemn people, you know? It's not justifying sin, but it's like, oh, like, you're rich, so you're automatically bad. But those kinds of people don't even condemn all rich people. They only condemn the rich people that don't do what they like.
Yeah. Just take a look at politics in the U.S. right now.
Yeah.
You'll see that people really will only complain about the rich folks who do things they don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, I can go back and forth in these rooms. Okay.
You either have to condemn, you have to use that misquoted Bible verse against all rich people, or then it's not applicable. But in any case, they're misquoting it and skewing the meaning anyway, so...
Yeah. But, to be clear, there are a lot of rich people who do a lot of bad things. In fact, it's pretty easy to argue that they really shouldn't have that much wealth if they were doing things how they should and treating people fairly and paying them the wages that they should and all sorts of other possible things like that.
I will completely admit, this is what I'll say, because I know I've kind of defended it, but if you have that much money, if you're a billionaire or a multimillionaire, then you have a love of money that is probably unhealthy, and it is the root of all kinds of evil. That quote still holds true for a lot of these rich people, if not, 99% of them.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, that's a misquote and a mischaracterization, but there's still a lot of power in those words. The love
it's
of
still
money,
a root of all kinds of evil. Like, there's still a lot of evil that is caused by love of money.
Right. And like I said, if you have that much money, you probably have a love of money that, is unhealthy and is the kind of thing that verse is talking about. So, yes, that applies to many of those rich people. I've also heard it, though. Attributed to, okay, money is the root of all evil, so let's get rid of money. I've heard that before. Okay, so, let's get rid of capitalism. Let's have a communist society because money's the root of all evil. It's like, okay, no, that's not even what it says. If you want to make an argument for that, don't misquote a Bible verse. You don't have to do that. I completely disagree with it, but if you're gonna make that point, don't misquote a Bible verse. Anyway, I've gone enough off on that. That's just something that irritates me. Sorry, I talked way more about that than the actual Bible passage. A feather.
So, she found the owl music box, kind of humming to herself. So, there's definitely a general theme in this of you know, kind of dealing with loss.
Yeah. Yeah, the other one I had definitely was not a good choice for this game.
Well, then you might have to find another passage, because the whole game is kind of along that theme.
Okay. That's fine.
But I think we'll leave it off at this spot for now. Where our main character here is being offered what looks like a violin case.
Okay.
And I guess we'll maybe have a look at what's inside of it next time.
All right. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, a lot of our games are not quite this type of vibe, but,
okay.
you know, we shake things up from time to time, so
Yeah.
you can see what we're up to and maybe suggest some stuff for us as well.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, subscribe so you don't miss it.
Yep.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you again soon. But for now, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.